These penguins are all heading to the open water to the right. But one of them caught our eye, the one in the center. He would neither go towards the feeding grounds at the edge of the ice, nor return to the colony. Shortly afterwards, we saw him heading straight towards the mountains, some 70 kilometers away. Dr. Ainley explained that even if he caught him and brought him back to the colony, he would immediately head right back for the mountains. But why?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Large Lads, the largest show on the internet with your host, 1K Max. Boom!
Jumbo Chris Bumstead.
A lot of people have been telling me that I've got a crazy likeness to a young Chris Bumstead.
Chris Bumstead, Chris Bumstead.
And like if you had like a really good off season.
Yes,
we've got giant intellectual Coach Klong. And we've got gonna squat 800 pounds, Sam.
Gonna squat, let's go. Speaking of, I had been putting off filming my squat sessions. Obviously, I've been doing them. Obviously, I've been training pretty hard.
Crazy low drop, you've just been skipping them.
Oh, that'd be so funny. I've been like, dude,
leg day skipper.
I mean, based on what I post, I think that could be a reasonable suspicion over the last year.
I've also met like moderately serious people who have told me they skip leg days, which is so crazy to me. Like it feels like just like the culture bleeding into it. Like they're like, I skip my squat day. I'm like, you have an 1,800 pound total. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, I get it though. All of the muscles that people give you credit for aren't on your legs and are less tiring than legs. But I finally filmed it today. But I was telling you, you know, when you're like run down, you're like, holy shit, I'm fatigued. And you're like, but I got some shit to do today. The program calls for this. So you dig deep, you talk to the demons or whatever the fuck, right? And you manage to summon adrenaline when your body did not want to give it to you. You get it done. It goes as you expected. The feeling afterward, after summoning the last adrenaline you could possibly summon, I'm feeling that right now. I'm smoked.
You sent me the video and I could tell you were close to dropping a bitch, you owe me money.
I was going like teenage Max.
Give me my money.
I'm sure editor Kirsten will include it in there. Me just yelling like "fuck you" at the beginning. Fuck you! Cringy ass hype up. But I was doing everything I could to get ready.
I kept hearing you. I was like on the opposite end of the house from the garage, and I could hear you getting hyped up in the lift.
Because I'm gonna squat 800. I'm hell bent. I woke up this morning and I slept like shit. And I woke up and I was like, I have no energy. And I was just like, all right, I'm just not speaking today. We're pulling down the hat. I chugged through my work because Lord knows I couldn't do any good work after that session. And I was like, all right, we're having 3 scoops of pre. We're digging deep for this one.
Nothing is more embarrassing than really trying to get yourself fired up. Because like normally it's like on a good day, I was like, whoo, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm like, come on, Max. I'm getting like progressive. It's like, they're all doubting you.
Don't be a loser.
Trying to 8 attempts, just like pacing around, like, come on.
When Max is down bad, it's really bad. He's like, don't be a piece of shit, bitch. It's like, Max, you're killing our aura at our gym.
The level of sleepiness really determines how negative my self-talk is.
But because I was in that real grumpy hat down mode this morning, I didn't film a preamble to the session that went great.
No.
So I'm now trying to figure out what the fuck to do with that video.
It's really funny.
Voiceovers do terrible.
I keep not filming preambles because I'm so nervous that I'm jinxing it. Then I'm like, this is going to doom the session, so I can't do it. Quick training recap. We had a couple of you guys request for these.
Well, that was mine. That was...
you got a perfect one from Sam. Road to 800.
Yep.
Have you announced the big dip goal?
No.
Maybe a big dip goal.
Maybe a big dip goal. I'm
We'll see.
still figuring things out.
Oh. Kirsten, how's training going?
Good. I on the cut down 5 pounds.
Yep.
So that's
Okay.
good. Mostly, obviously, water and inflammation. But, you know, the beginning momentum of the cut, it feels really good to be like, yeah, it's been like 3 weeks and I'm down 5 pounds. That's great.
Oh, yeah. It's all falling into place.
No strength dip, obviously. I was 190. You're not going to get a strength dip.
Kirsten's perception of time is undefeated. The cut has not been going for 3
What?
weeks.
No, how long has it been?
It has been a week and a half.
You guys have been cutting for a month.
Having to limit her insane carb consumption is really taxing. If you're one of Coach Klong's lifters, bear with her. She's digging deep right now tonight.
Just the response is getting a little bit meaner each time. This squat was shit. Sorry, haven't had carbs.
No baked goods this week.
I
I'm
only
so
had
sorry.
100 grams of carbs this morning.
Well, the thing is, I'm at like, I think 2,600 is like my estimated maintenance.
Yep.
And so I'm around like 2,400 calories. So I feel weird saying I'm like dieting because it's like not. How
for
hard
sure.
could it be at 20? It could be a little hard, like 2,400 calories. But how really hard could that be? So I'm trying to be like, I'm not telling people I'm dieting because that feels disingenuous. Yeah, but training's going good.
I can't wait till next week when you announce your 2-month cut mark.
All right, based Klong story. You know how a lot of the time when girls go on like an early date, they'll like eat beforehand or they won't eat very much?
Yeah, Nina did this.
One of the first times me and Kirsten got dinner together at our college, what you call it, like the
Dining hall?
Dining hall. Kirsten pulls up and loads up like literally 3,000 calories worth of curly fries and onion rings and then like a hot dog and put that shit away. And I was like, this guy rocks. This is a fucking crazy move. Like we just started seeing each other and you're just fucking like, all right, so this is my dinner. Sick move. Extremely powerful move. I was like, this guy's the man.
Well, you didn't know at the time, but I only ate like once per day. So that was my whole day.
Got to make sure you get to a good amount of calories.
With like, 12 grams of protein and 3,000 calories.
Nina really had the inverted story of we went on a movie date early on, and she went like, "Oh yeah, I can eat 6 movie theater hot dogs like pretty comfortably." And I was like, "No, you couldn't." What are you talking about? Like, I don't think I've ever seen you finish a dinner. Shut the fuck. And she was like, "No, you're like kind of an idiot. I of course could do this." And I remember I brought her 3 hot dogs at the start of this movie, and she looked like kind of upset with me. It was like, you're gonna have to go back and get more in the middle of this movie, and proceeded to eat like 3/4 of one of them, and I was like, my stomach hurts. I was like, dude, how the fuck did you claim you were gonna eat 6 hot dogs?
It's really cute that you come up with these fictitious stories about your alleged girlfriend to hide that you're gay.
I love the idea of like me with a notepad, just being like,
Coming up with stories.
I'm on my 12th hot dog, like, so she can't even eat one. Just imagine this guy.
Like, that's really cute, and she couldn't eat a hot dog. Max is kicking his feet in bed, writing down these stories. Speaking of N Dog, we'll put the large lads onto a sick reference.
Yep.
Max was yapping about some bullshit that no one cares about at his work.
For sure.
And understandably, the great N Dog was tuning him out,
Yep.
right? Was just doing her own thing.
Yep.
And then like when she looked up, and it was like socially like, you say something, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. You hit it. That's crazy.
Yep.
Nina was high off her ass. It goes, speak on it.
I'm like, oh, this is so annoying. This person's been like a real fucking dick to me at work. Like these corporate guys are just like, they're so annoying.
Speak on
Speak on it. And then she looked at me as
And,
though like just trying to like was that a response?
Yeah, like,
She
what
looked
did
at
you
me,
think about that as a
trying to
response?
read whether this is an accept. Dude, people at the gym fucking hit me with this all the
It's
time.
like that LA Noir face, the press X to doubt guy. Speak on it.
My training recap.
Yeah.
Really good week.
'Kay.
I'll be honest. I feel like this has been the first like shift of momentum towards being like 1K might be in the cards. Like not that I was like it's no chance before, but it was like, I feel like we didn't have like a very clear picture on whether or not I was going to be ready for
Yeah.
it. And I think we've hit some like really good early indicators of early. I'm 3 weeks out.
Early indicators.
Well, the end ones are always the most important ones of being like, okay, cool, like I see a trajectory to get there. It still has to be a really good day for me to get
Yeah.
it done, but like it's like,
But it's still alive. It's alive.
which is
it's
good.
fucking
When I
alive.
shotgun this, I was like, guys, this is a stupid thing. For me to be like, I just gotta say my goals and go for them. I was sweating a little bit because I was like, shit, man, this is like 170 pound total PR. Fuck.
No, it's going good. Prep's going fucking good, man.
Yeah,
This is probably the smoothest a prep has gone in a while.
Because
you had
knock
some-
on wood, have not gotten sick in the strength or peak phase. I've been sleep and food maxing as hard as possible.
Yep.
But generally, it's been going like Also crazy, no tweaks.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, how often does that
this has
fucking
been the
happen?
smoothest the prep has gone in a hot minute. We had some preps a while ago that were like this level of smooth-ish.
Yeah, we didn't make
But
it 3 weeks out.
It's been a while since we had it all the way to 3 weeks out and fucking everything is going good.
Yeah, it almost makes me nervous. I'm like, it's too good. Something's wrong. I'm gonna explode. Double quad rupture coming soon.
So, real quick, because before we get into it, I figured it would be like a smooth segue from my other note. Another fun OG when me and Kirsten first started dating story that I figured you guys would like to include on Large Lads.
Yep.
Great guy at our gym. Wonderful guy. Very sweet. Very nice to everybody. Comes up to me at the gym. I knew this guy. He spotted me all the time. Sweet guy. He watches these. I like him a lot. So we're putting that out there. This is a good guy.
Yep.
He comes up to me and he goes, I brought Kirsten with me. And Kirsten was doing her little shoulder workout in the corner. And he comes up to me and he goes, Sam, how old's your girlfriend? And I was like, what? And he's like, how old is your girlfriend? Like implying that they're like she was underage and that I was on some pedo activities. And I'm like, we're the same fucking age. I wasn't even bald.
No, that's the crazy part.
I had a full head of hair. I was a handsome young man. And I was like, whoa, this is a crazy thing to come ask me. What the fuck?
Hey, good on him, you know. Steward of the community.
Fucking, he's looking out, man.
You know, he sees something, he says something. You know, he sees
Every
this child groomer.
Every gym that has untested powerlifters got at least one pedo.
one guy getting home from the max effort squat session, waiting outside the high school.
Every untested powerlifting gym has got one guy that really likes high school girls. I'm just saying, it's a thing.
And good on him for being.
He's making sure.
Yeah. How old is she? Bud. All right, first question for you guys.
Let's go, boy.
We were talking about leg extension. Goated piece of equipment to have a nice
If
one,
you've
right?
got the nice one.
What are
prime one.
What are really good pieces of equipment to have the fancy one on? Because I was trying to think of, I was like, I've used some pretty bad Smith machines that are fine. Like
Yeah.
as long
A
as the
shitty
angle's not way too steep, even if it's a little sticky and like it's heavy, it's kind of fine. But there are certain machines where I'm like, the difference between a really good one and a really bad one, night and day.
Hack squat.
Oh.
A bad hack squat is ass, not even worth using. You have to like reverse band the shit out of it, like terrible.
Is it just like the strength curve is what makes it like horrible? It's just like it's way too heavy at the bottom?
Yeah, and it usually like will, if you have any semblance of like knee issues, it seems to aggravate them.
Weird.
A shitty hack. This is why I'm still sympathetic to guys that reverse band their hacks. If you've got a nice hack squat, you probably don't need to do that. Just you're kind of just ego lifting a little bit a lot of the time, right? Just build up what your knees can tolerate bare knee with no reverse band. If you've got a machine where the angle's off, it's a necessity to make it like sustainable.
Interesting.
They beat
That's
the fuck out. Like if the angle's just a little off for some reason, it just beats the shit. Even if you have healthy knees, it beats you up.
We were talking about chest supported row. We've had a couple of gyms where I'm just like, just do a barbell row. The chest supported row is so bad that it's like, because we were like I think I talked about maybe this on last episode maybe that like chest supported row. Is it better or worse than barbell row? Greatly dependent on the quality of pieces of equipment.
I can usually, even if it's just shit hamstring curl, I can get work in just fine. Like I can make it work.
As long as it's like heavy.
Whereas
enough.
like a leg extension, like a good leg extension, I'm like, this is a part of my program. A bad leg extension, I'm like, maybe this is something I do in the office. It makes it massively different.
I've never used a good pec fly.
A good pec fly. Yeah, that's funny.
I've heard myths of them.
No, you have.
When?
The Coal Creek YMCA.
Had a good pec fly?
Yeah, it was solid.
I was too stupid and small to fucking be able to take advantage of that. I only cared about my top
That
set.
is a hot take.
I was 14 years old and not...
Only stupid small people don't care about having a nice pec deck. Dude, like, it's so funny that a lot of guys kind of culturally get, like, all right, I'm like, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I know I crush tricep press downs after bench day.
Yep.
If you also crush pec flies, super helpful. Massive difference between the guys that only do the triceps after bench and guys that do some chest and some triceps.
Coach Klong, you love bodybuilding. Yes. What's a piece of equipment that you walk in and you see a really nice one you're stoked on?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Everything. Kirsten's a real equipment dork. Like she sees, like she.
Do you know like most of the like fancy brands now?
I'm getting better. There's just not, obviously we live in the middle of nowhere, so I haven't really been to a lot of gyms that have different like brands of equipment. We just are lucky that our gym in town has Prime equipment,
Yeah.
and that there's a bodybuilding gym the next town over that we happen to be
got a
in
lot of
between two
Arsenal
major
stuff.
towns, right, with Arsenal stuff. So that's basically what I've used. That gym in Texas had a bunch of different brands.
Oh, that had we went to like a bodybuilding mega gym in Texas that had like every brand. It had like
every brand, like 3 different versions of the machine from the 3 nicest brands.
Was there some desire for I'm gonna hit every machine of like
Kirsten
one
went-
set of each?
I went way too. It was after Sam's comp, so I was exhausted, and then I did a leg day, which was really dumb.
And she was just like, all right, I need to do 2 sets on this pendulum squat. I need to do 2 sets on this hack squat. I need to know what they're like. And I need to do real work sets to know what they're like.
That was bad. That was bad.
I
idea.
also hit a workout because I was just like, holy fuck, look at this lateral raise machine. I did a whole last 2-day strongman contest. And then I was just like, all right, it's time to get a
Sam
pump.
post comp is like an alcoholic casually going to the bar, being like, well, I'm not gonna get a drink, and then being like, Bud Light's not really alcohol, and then be like, everyone's doing shots, as you're just sort of like, I might as well get a shoulder pump. Person's gotta get a workout in. If I'm gonna get a shoulder pump, I might as well, like, this leg extension's awesome.
I attempted a
Just slowly getting into a 4.5 hour session.
I attempted a 385 strict press PR because I was very strong for that contest.
Yep.
But I had been working on that log push press. I wasn't doing strict presses. But I'm like, ooh, my shoulders are strong. What if imagine the aura I would have if after the contest I just drove straight to a gym and then I made because that was when I was resuming the road to a 405 overhead press. What if I was just like same day as my contest? Like, oh, it's too heavy. It was too heavy. That shit was so heavy.
It's so annoying.
I got a
I
sick
hope
pump.
somewhere out there is a clip of you like showing your phone like competed an hour ago.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't talk to the camera at all. I was just, I was trying to be mysterious. It's good stuff.
We'll move on to the next question. You guys you're bulking, you're cutting.
Yep.
What are the little snack W guys that you have found?
I'm small maintenance.
Okay, but you know some little snack dubs that are dense in calories.
Yeah.
You've been trying to up your carbs, right?
I know. I've been having to climb my calories because my metabolism seemingly shifted up.
So what are the easy ones to get down, and then Kirsten will go on the ones
Oh,
that
so
are...
like what's been your discovery? Kirsten has been making devastating discoveries all week because
Kirsten found out potato chips are not great food.
for a dude that didn't do any endurance sports or anything, monster metabolism. Kirsten was just maintaining her body weight at like more than 3K calories without any cardio whatsoever and not that many steps for years. So Kirsten has never read calorie labels before. And recently she's like, I'm going to put all my stuff in an app. Devastated to find out that potato chips had a lot of calories.
Even
She's like,
the healthy ones. Even the baked potato chips.
yeah,
They were
they're
Lay's,
chips.
right?
Yeah, they were
But they are
Lay's.
baked
They were
ones.
Lay's chips. It was the
They were
baked
baked
Lay's.
Lay's.
And then she's like, okay.
No Lays are healthy for the record.
Well, then she goes, well, what about these Pocky sticks? And she hit
They
like
have like, what are they, 200 calories?
she hit like a comic book, like hands on head. What? These have 200
That's like a little snack. I can eat that in like 20 seconds. Or like we went to
Devastated to find out the cranberries were dense.
Yeah, what the
Dude,
hell?
Apparently raspberries are not dense because
Yeah.
I was behind on carbs the other day and I was like, I eat Whole Foods when I can. What if I just eat a bunch of raspberries? And then
Yeah.
I just like I weighed out how many raspberries I ate. I put it in and it's like, that was no calories. I was like, I just pigged out. I force-fed raspberries for no reason. I just wasted so much room in my stomach. What the fuck?
Well, we went to the movies too, and I was reading all the calorie labels on the candies, and I love the Nerds gummy clusters. So I pick up the package. It says 1 serving, 100 calories. I was like, oh, awesome. 5 servings in the tiny bag. I was like, fuck, that sucks. So all of candy is no for now.
All of candy isn't a good diet food. One thing that's been really funny is Kirst is the only person I've met that started like tracking calories and hasn't been like stressed out about it or like having like a weird relationship with food. I think it's been like genuinely pretty interesting. She's like, what? This has no calories. Look at this. And it's been like a fun, I think because you're a little bit of a control freak as well, like weighing everything. You've been having the time of your life. What a weird thing to thoroughly enjoy. Her first week of calorie tracking has been very exciting.
I think Kirsten did an awesome job of spending the first 5 years. She's like, I'm trying to get fucking huge.
Yeah,
bro. Just as defeated like eating disorders.
Well, I think also I think it's a good healthy outlet for my anxiety as long as it doesn't get like obsessive and negative. I'm like, I have
ETA.
control. I have control over the calories. ETA. We'll see. It'll be good. It'll be fine.
In 3 weeks, we have to update. Like, was it not good?
Cut, no more.
Kirsty's just heavy breathing over her calorie app. You're like, these calories are my bitch. I control.
I control the calories.
I am the king of this universe.
The calories are my minions.
Just the judge from Blood Meridian. Anything that exists without my permission is what a defiance.
Truly a first of a kind experience with calorie tracking.
I tracked protein before.
Yeah.
So that's all I've ever done is
Yeah.
track protein, never calories, never any other macros. So that's been like, that was good enough for a while.
Kirsten also got really in Kirsten gets really into games when she's playing games and speaks in the first person about what she's doing in the game. Most endearing, cutest thing ever.
These fire goblins are attacking me.
But she's really angry. She's like, this fucking guy's disrespecting me right now. And I was like, what? And she's like, this guy right here, he's fucking talking shit.
Like a goblin. It's like the lowest level enemy.
We got a little bit more of a dork question.
All right, let's go.
What is the biggest improvement that in your mind you could make right now, and why do you think that? I feel like this is a thing that I've had a lot of people be like, I'm doing a horrible job, and they have no ability to identify what they're actually doing a bad job of. So, like, what do you think is the area to improve in, and, like, what are your, like, ways to assess that?
So I'm curious, what would you put as yours?
Right now?
Yeah. Being natty?
That's a huge one.
It's
Yeah.
getting it, dude. It's
Well,
getting in
and
your
my
fucking,
goal is to be
it's
like
getting in your fucking way,
like
brother.
giant juice free. Yeah, you're probably coming off as the guy everyone thinks you are. They're pushing me into steroids. It's so funny whenever I get like, there's no way he's not. He's probably just forcing it on him. And I'm always just like, it's so funny. Oh my God, you're like, bro, you're an idiot. Don't do this. You're gonna lose your hair. Oh God, yeah. I mean, if you're like, my goal is to be like very, very strong, untested guy. The biggest gap between me and him right now is the fact that I'm not taking steroids. Other than that, I would say I have probably over-specialized a little too much.
I don't even think it's specialized, because specialized implies that there's not much diversity to your training routine. And it's like
Over-specified? Like I've run the same program a little too...
Yeah, it's like there's a lack of variety.
I am strong in a lot of different planes. Like I'm not...
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think I am one of the guys where it's like my total is unreflective of my general strength, but also my ability to display that into new movements is so slow. Like when we throw me on something, it takes me like multiple weeks to get good at it. And I think a big part of that reason is because I am so big on like, this is my bread and butter exercise that I haven't like rotated it, right? And so like the things that like, I feel like I try and go like top down when trying to assess stuff, right? Of being like, diet, pretty good, right? Training, very good. Sleep, extremely good. So like most of my recovery variables, very, very good, right? So it's like, what in those things is the biggest area to improve, right? I really think my diet, for the most part, is not holding me back. It's already better than almost everybody else at my level.
I agree.
I think my cardio is already better than almost every super heavy I've ever
You need more zone 2, though.
I think that's a really easy
It's
pickup.
good, but it
Really
could
easy
be
pickup.
better.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like I just need to get to like an
More of the
8K minimum.
The
Like,
low intensity stuff,
Yeah.
right? Because you're already doing like higher threshold wind bike stuff weekly now, which has been a game changer for why you're in one piece this late into a prep, is keeping the conditioning higher.
oh,
But
it
I think
sucks though. It's so funny coming in and being pretty tired and like, I just gotta force myself to actually try pretty hard on my wind bike. So much less easy than when you're training is a little bit easier.
Also, if anybody wonders, Max is using his step count and his zone 2 interchangeably because he's a 350-pound man and walking gets him into zone 2.
Yeah, it's a ruck.
It's a
me existing as a ruck at all times.
Yes. Max is
just wait till I drop the weights, ruck least.
Max is you guys with a 150-pound ruck bag. So his walk, yes, we count it. I get why once you're a little
I
bit
guarantee
more,
my heart rate is
differentiate
getting to zone 2 when I walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, in my training, I think like, because I don't think I'm over specialized in powerlifting, because like I think.
So yeah, that's why I said that's why I don't like the term specificity, because people get this idea that you only do SBD, and it's like we challenge a lot of variety of patterns. We get in the transverse plane every week, we get in the frontal plane every week, we jump every week, we do some track. I swear to God, there's variety there.
Yeah.
Ever since Alec dropped that one, he fucking is over. I was like, wait, you haven't seen his Max just posts his squat.
Steam my ham, dog.
Steamy.
He's running him into the ground. They're only doing SBD. Shut the fuck up.
What was I going to say? I was going to say, yeah, it's just, I do think that we need to rotate your tier 3s a little bit more often. Part of that is like, we've had this encroaching goal. And so I haven't put my foot down to do it. There's a couple of more macro training split experiments.
Yeah.
That I'm like, fuck, I gotta wait till this is done to run it because we don't know exactly how he's gonna respond.
I also think with like the very tangible goal of like getting here, I think I was like trying to pick like what are the most bang for my buck, like bread and butter exercises where I'm like, this thing makes me the most strong, and then exclusively not rotating away from those things. And I think that's like kind of a thing is like people are always like, what's the most optimal exercise, right? But like diversity in itself is a like benefit of like rotating exercises, even if some of them are like maybe like slightly less perfect for you, where I'm like, the TSS row is awesome, right? I probably should do some higher pulling, right?
Yep.
Maybe it's a little
At
bit
some point.
maybe it's a little bit less beneficial for my SBD right now, but because I'm so just like I'm gonna get to 1K, I'm only doing the things that are like this is gonna get me to like make me into the machine capable of 1,000. Once I get that
Also,
done,
real quick,
yeah.
hey, I'm assuming he gets this. Lucas and Alec, we're good. That was a joke, by the way.
No.
Max, fuck off.
We were talking about negativity. I'm really trying to start a first channel beef.
Oh yeah, let's go beef with that guy that's way stronger.
No, I'm just beefing with Alec.
gonna get-
I'm just beefing with Alec.
We're just gonna get dunked on. Shit.
Kirsten.
But I was gonna say, mentality-wise, what ties into that? Sometimes you get to the point where you start thinking that your training method is what makes you special. You're like, my training is so good, and that's why I'm beating the guys that I'm beating. And it's like, no, you're that good of an athlete. Good athletes make bad systems look great, and bad athletes make good systems look terrible.
Yeah.
You're that good because even if the system was missing something, you'd identify it quick enough and put it back in, right? And like having that confidence that like, yeah, I'm not doing the best row. If my deadlift is going sour, I'll switch back to the one that has a good feel, right? Like it's having confidence that like the reason you're good is because you're such a good athlete, not just your genetics, but how you approach it, how you think about it, how meticulous you are.
You know what's one I was really proud of recently? We were like halfway through last block, and I texted you, Sam, I'm not doing any rear delts, I don't think.
Yep.
And you were like, oh shit, no you're not.
Yeah, we
was like,
dropped.
it was just like we had a bunch of other priority stuff to do, and I was like, I can feel in my bench press that my rear delts are weak because it feels bad.
Well, because we were trimming your shoulder work because your shoulders were genuinely crazy to say this, but a little too strong.
Yeah, my ability to use my chest was being limited by the fact that my shoulders were...
You can see it in bodybuilding. Guys with like crazy shoulders really struggle to develop their pecs because every time they start straining, they take over with the front delt, and it's hard to unlearn. And it's like, that's not the best case. Look at John Hack. Ginormous pecs, pretty big shoulders, right? That tells you something. Freaky D also has talked about this as well, where it's like your shoulders just need to be strong enough to be pretty healthy, in my personal opinion, how we approach stuff. But we were like trying to trim shoulder work, and we trimmed shoulder work because it just wasn't a good use of your training economy. But then we're like, the rear delt needs to stay in just as a shoulder health stability exercise, even if we're kind of laying off the laterals and the overhead volume.
Kirsten, what is your biggest training pickup, and why do you think that?
We talked last week about the thinking about it, training in the day before training, not just during and after training. I think that's my number one, but since I already said that one, drinking water.
Oh, that's the thing you do a bad job of?
Yeah, I don't think it's not like worse than the average person, but it's not as good as how good I want my lifts
It's like
to
the
go.
weakest link in the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that, or I think that like you're in a spot right now, just observing, having coached a lot of people, where I'm like, Kirsten needs to just have like a Yuri Prohaska style, like lock herself in a dark room for a day, get up, like, and just think what specifically are the outcomes you want of your training.
Yeah, because I've been like, I want to be big, and Sam's like, yeah, but like, what muscle are you focused on right now? Like, do you have a specific goal on a machine? That type thing.
You keep saying like, yeah, my main goal is like leg hypertrophy, but then you keep being like, well, I want to out squat the girls at the gym. It's like, well, which one do you want to do? They're gonna,
right, you have to pick one.
Yeah, unless you're like a fucking freakazoid, you probably are gonna need to make your training go towards one of those.
Right.
And so I'm just like, and like you just keep sneaking in a little bit more powerlifting.
Yeah.
And, I think that's one where it's just like you need to really, really think. Like we were talking, like how much of your training is like I'm willing to have a bad time to get like an optimal result because I'm results oriented, or how much of it is like I just like the gym lifestyle. I like being in the gym. So then enjoyment's going to be a huge factor in what you do in the gym. But it's like from the ground up, I think you would just benefit because you have so much programming knowledge, right? Like you work with a bunch of people that are hypertrophy guys and strength guys, and they all progress well. So it's like, all right. The know-how is there.
Yeah.
I think it's like one of those things where it's like the more clearly you can define your goals, plus that'll get rid of that pre-training anxiety. Because I think that, you always said that you felt anxious when you first started the gym when you didn't feel like you knew what you were doing.
Right.
Well, on a more macro level, I think that's probably part of why you're like anxious pre-session.
Yeah, that could be. Because I also think I haven't really had like a distinct goal on a movement since the 2-plate hack squat set. So once I got that done, I think I've just been like, awesome.
Yeah.
I've been training hard still, but not like with the intensity that comes from, I guess not intensity. It's been intensity, fine.
Yeah.
But it's not the mental intensity that comes with having a clear
I would say like
goal.
the mental intensity of preparing for the
Yes.
session. Like
Yes.
that's that's your motivation to drink the water. That's your motivation to eat the meals.
Yeah. All right, what's yours?
Me, obviously, it's just doing a little less training.
It was so funny. So I was like, is Sam about to be like I'm really gonna dial in my micros because I was like, are you going to be honest with what you actually need to fix?
It's doing a little less. It's maybe doing deloads every now and then. Yeah, that's it. Like I don't know. My technique could be a little smoother.
It's funny
I'm
that you've
always
had
a
like
little
a
bit more
one thing that I
horsepower
think
bias. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it's so funny that you have a single thing that I think has been the biggest detriment of your entire career. I also think it's the reason that you are the strength athlete you are today is like the fact that your recovery is so much better than mine is not just Sam, lucky guy, cool durability genetics. It's that you force yourself to do so much more work than me and you've acclimated to it. But I'm also like, man, holy shit, you've got to stop doing that.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking when we start training together a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think that'll be like a good it'll be more objective where I'll be like, Max needs to deload right now. And we're doing the same day.
It's also very funny. You can tell when I do, like, I show up sad. That's usually when I need to deal with. When I'm like a bummer, no fun guy.
I'm really stoked for after your comp when you guys start doing big Saturdays together and we film it for the channel. I think that's going to be a sick video series.
Good content, for
It's going to be
sure.
awesome.
I've got a very light nosebleed from the session that I'm trying to make sure it
I'm
is.
gonna go get you a paper towel.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
The shortest road to yet, road to world's strongest brothers. Do you guys have questions, or should I just go to my next one?
You can go to your next one.
Okay. Are there people who you think did the wrong strength sport, or you'd be really curious to see what they would do in another strength sport?
Well, I always wonder, right? Like Thor took a pretty good stab at the total world record off of a 10-week prep.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, oh my God, if he had been training intelligently for a whole career, where would that have gone? Right? Like I think that's a standard question. I know they were, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but Lucas and Alec were talking about like, ooh, we might just have Lucas is a strong boy. Maybe we'll have him do a little powerlifting prep real quick and see where that shakes out. And I was like, ooh, there is a certain height of guy where it's like, this is a problem. You need to get a little lucky with your events in a strongman contest. But powerlifting, right, like multiple guys at 5'10". At one point, Ed Cohn held the total record at 5'5". So it's like the height is less of a limiting factor.
Yeah, Jezza Wepa won IPF Worlds at 5'6".
Yeah, Jezza. Andre was 5'10", I believe. At least that picture. I'm the same height as him in that picture.
Yeah.
Ray, 5'11". So it's like, okay, this is the optimal build for powerlifting.
Yeah.
It's a suboptimal build that you're working around for strongman.
Yeah, weirdly wide guy with enormous legs.
Speaking of, oh no, I just lost her name. My favorite strong woman, 5'5" queen.
Andrea?
Yeah, but did Andrea ever do a powerlifting meet?
I don't know.
She would. I feel like she would. That's a wide guy.
If Andrea,
In the best way.
Yeah, of course.
I think Andrea would struggle to get a legal squat in.
Mobility wise?
Just like with how thick her legs are at 5'5", right? Like purely off of muscularity.
Yeah.
Genuinely going to be difficult to get in a legal squat.
Fair.
You know, you get some guys like that where it's like, holy fuck, your legs are so thick that you actually do get a little bit of a pass. That is because you get a lot of guys claiming that where they're like, this is the lowest I can squat. My legs are huge. It's like, bro, I can see there's a gap between your calf and your hamstring. What the fuck are you talking about? But then you get some guys where they're like really, really thick in the legs. It's like, I feel for you. That's pretty bottom. You have to start changing rounding your back to get convincing.
As the super heavyweight, like depth enforcer man here.
Yes.
It is. I am sometimes annoyed when someone's like, I just can't squat any deeper. Widen your stance. Stop squatting so narrow, you fat fuck.
I have a question for you, Max.
Okay.
Why does no power lifter ever in the entire world, seemingly, who posts their training on Instagram, squat to death in training?
It's hard.
This has been pissing me off so bad.
Well,
I'm not even a power lifter.
A lot of them are anti-stretching, which is
fair.
no
That's always
good.
not good.
And also, it's just hard. It's also really hard if you have small legs. Like, it feels...
Those thick ass sleeves make it a little hard.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the
No,
intern
everyone
thing.
squatted high before those existed.
I just never realized, because even when I think when I was more into powerlifting, I did less of a good job following the sport and people in it.
Yeah.
But now I see like every powerlifter on my feed will take a video of their squat from like any side angle, and I'm like, this is high. And you're a competitive powerlifter. I like there's several powerlifters I've never seen squat to depth.
Yeah,
in training.
it's really, especially because like I feel like the public perception is like, a lot of guys are just like, I always squat deep, and then people are like, damn, that guy always squats deep. And I'm like, what are we? We're looking at a video right now. What
Hey,
the
we
fuck
talked about
How
this
do you
the other
not
day.
know what this looks like?
We talked about this the other day. Man, a lot of people don't look at lifts. Narrative is everything. Eddie Hall was like, I could have lifted 30 kilos more. No, the fuck he couldn't.
Also, if you say like I have the iron vice grip, somehow that works even if you're losing events.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people will be like,
I'm just saying, like,
I'm Bobby Thompson, and it's a law.
bro, stop. We're not negativity. What the fuck? God damn it. You keep dragging us back down, brother. You hate your corporate job. Don't take it out on the large side. Yeah, it's crazy. Like in sports in general, right? Like you could just live off of narrative, like that fucking Kenny Smith throw the ball between the legs, dunk it off the backboard. If you don't watch the video, that sounded like it was a sick dunk.
Yeah.
You can just live off of narrative, right? Like I see it with boxing where people are like, this guy was the best. And it's like, no, look at his resume. But like, or I always thought it was funny. I was always told about like the rope-a-dope, that Ali rope-a-dope.
Yeah.
Like he let Foreman beat him up and then he fucking took over. He was winning that fight. I remember the first time I watched it in class. I was a big boxing guy. And I was like, what the fuck? What kind of psyop is this? I was lied to about what happened in this fight. Every movie depicts it. He was just flat out outboxing him from off rep.
We've always
What
talked about
fuck?
the Roger Bannister, like where we were both like, man, that 4-minute mile, what a crazy, inspiring story. And then you like watch the world record progression, it's like almost linear. Like, because I was
It looked inevitable, but they had one newspaper article that
that said it's impossible, the human body would explode. And it's so funny because I was like, man, the world record, it plateaued for what? 30 years? And then you see it, and it's like a year and a half, and it's like, oh, okay. So it's not, it wasn't.
But I was saying, like, you can really do a lot of work with your narrative.
Yep.
And holy fuck, nothing is more applicable to that than he dunks it and he's a dirty high squatter. Because I remember when you and I were coming up in power, like we started powerlifting, we were watching everything, and everybody on fucking Reddit was like, Eric Lillybridge is a high squatting piece of shit. Andre Milanichev, that Russian guy, he dunks him.
Yep.
Oh my God. That very borderline. I love Andre, but like, no, they were not these.
Yeah, they're both squatting borderline.
They were like,
if not high sometimes.
Eric's highest ones were higher.
Yeah.
But Eric's good ones were the same as Andre's. Andre's was very consistent, like at like, hey, I'll call that depth for a super. Hey, I'll call that depth for a super. Once you have that narrative, people go to bat. You can't judge depth in the front. Like, don't trust your lion eyes. Eric Lillybridge is evil.
Part of it was so funny because most people weren't around for that era. The degree in which Eric was just going to war with people on Facebook. Like, they knew that any person who just was like, Eric, you squat high, he would find a way to respond. He'd be like, kill yourself.
I will say the early...
Like, I knew a bunch of people who beefed with Eric Lillybridge online because he would, like, they would just go like, you and your weird dad, and he just like respond, I hate you.
I know, like I've got people that like hire me for coaching. They're like, look at this. I DM'd Eric Lillybridge years ago and argued with him. I was like, this is off-putting. I'm not sure actually I want to work with you.
For both people, everyone involved.
This is very weird, actually.
You didn't get him. This is weird on you for you too.
I do feel bad for those athletes that were like early adopters of like the social media era.
Oh
because
my
it's like
God,
now
dude.
people kind of get how you're supposed to do it. But it's like every one of these dickheads in big sports would have done terribly on social media, right? Like people would realize that Michael Jordan's an asshole, and he kind of gets to get away with a lot of people being like not knowing that as it is. But I was
it's
gonna say,
so
like,
funny the idea of
Phil
like
Heath just being on his 5th Olympia, people are like, you fat bubble gut piece of shit. He's like, fuck you.
It's so funny to think about,
That's
like,
so
you know
funny.
who would have been the top of this is the West Side guys, because none of those guys would have been like, they're going to say whatever they want, and that's fine. Like, those guys
Just
would have
take
been
it in stride, be like, yeah, I am kind of out of shape.
No, those guys were going to war. They just were before the internet. So like the first guys who got like famous in 2014 were like, well, I'm way stronger than you.
Honorable honorable mention to every boomer that does not know other people can see what they like and comment on, liking and commenting on thirst traps. Do you want to go to the next question? Sorry for bringing up negativity.
No, you're good. Public likes are devious, man. Holy shit. People, I don't know if they don't think about it or they just don't give a fuck that you can see what they like. Oh, great.
Just like every being an OnlyFans woman account is just the funniest thing ever.
All right, guys, I've got to go cook my beef, so we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Crazy to say, one of the best episodes of Large Lads of all time.
You think so?
I think so.
That's great. I like how it's completely random. We finish an episode and you're like, that was shit. I was like, I thought that was great. And this time you're like, that was a great episode. I was like, that was dog shit.
Yeah, top 3 episode of all time, I think, maybe.